Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Earthen's Den. Oh man, it is such a beautiful day. I'm just sitting here watching the rain from my windowsill, and it is so soothing and so peaceful. So I hope to extend some peace in this episode. Hope you guys can feel it in my energy. I hope everybody's having a great day. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to today's episode and just, rocking with me this whole time. And in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about forgiveness and what it actually means to forgive and what it actually looks like. I think that right now we live in such a ego-based society. The world is definitely led by fear. It's like our predominant emotion, you know what I mean? And it's the catalyst for a lot of the things that we do. But, at the end of the day, when it comes to forgiveness, right, I think that we're taught that it's kind of like you can forgive, like forgiveness is forgiving somebody and then allowing them to stay in your space, right? Because you don't want to look like you mad. You don't want to look like, this person got one over on you, right? You don't want to look like you're bothered. You know what I mean? But to me, that is so phony. I think it's okay to admit that somebody has hurt you. You know what I mean? And most importantly, I think that it would be the wise thing to recognize that everybody does not have pure intentions towards you, and that some people do intentionally hurt you. And of course, you can always, change your perspective and use this as your fuel. You can be thankful for these experiences and the peace, the clarity, the understanding that it brings you. You know what I mean? Because in everything that we go through, it's a lesson. But I think that to sit in a space and just, be naive to how these actions have affected you is just, it's unrealistic. You know what I mean? And it's not humanistic. It's not like, we're human beings at the end of the day and nobody's perfect. And so I think to sit in this mighty place and just act like you're not bothered when something really did hurt you and where somebody really hurt you, you know what I mean? And it was like a betrayal, you have the right to feel those emotions, you know what I mean? And so I think that forgiveness is actually something that is cultivated over time. I think it's something that takes time, but I definitely believe that is an effort that you actually have to put forward in regards to forgiving someone. First and foremost, I think you need to sit in that pain because, with everything that we go through, betrayals, X, Y, and Z, we have to have some sense of accountability because I believe that the way people treat us is what we have allowed, what we have tolerated. And so there's obviously some, self-reflection and some self-awareness that is definitely needed when you're in those spaces and you're dealing with people who have wronged you in some way. I think in addition to that, I think that, we have to sit in a space and we have to ask ourselves, like, why did I accept this behavior and why did I betray myself? You know what I mean? Because this was somebody that I seen, you know what I mean? I seen this person had these character flaws, but I decided to entertain it. So what is it in me that allowed me to do that? And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. You know what I mean? It's been times where I was betrayed and I knew it, you know what I mean? But for me, it was like, okay, I wanted to be a loving person. I was like real passive at some points in my life. And, when it came to the passivity, it was something I got honest from my mom. Like my mom will mute you in a minute and she just is like, and so, that was something that I did get honestly. But I definitely think that overall, it's like you got to really sit in that space. And the thing about the pain is that you got to sit in it because you can learn from it and you can grow from it. And so I think to try to just like bypass that part is naivety. You know what I mean? And you're not going to grow from that. And so, when it comes to forgiveness, it's definitely something that's cultivated over time. I think it's, you need to sit in that space of pain because you need to grow from it. You need to feel it. And the thing about pain, right? So, when we're kids, this is a very good example. When we're kids, right, and we touch the stove, if you've ever touched a stove, if you touch something that's hot, you probably going you start crying, right? Babies start crying. They're like, oh my God, that is so hot. They feel the pain. And so now they know to not do that again, right? So the thing about this is that when you bypass the pain and you don't want to deal with it, now you're going to keep going and creating these same experiences for yourself. And this is why so many people in life are hurt, because you don't feel the pain. You want to just keep pushing like you're not bothered. You're a big bother. Oh, you're very much bothered. It shows up in your energy. Because you carrying that pain and you lingering it from this person to that person to this person. You know what I mean? And this is why a lot of people are hurt. And the thing about pain, you guys, is that if you don't sit in it and allow it to cultivate you and transform you, now you're just holding on to all of this negative energy. You know what I mean? And you're hurting. And now you're lost. You've lost yourself because you didn't allow that to just kind of transform through you. And so I think when it comes to forgiveness, Forgiveness is not perping. If you guys don't know, perping is like a little Ohio term that we use, and it means lying. You're not perping, making it seem like you're not bothered when you are bothered, and it's okay. So, to me, forgiveness looks like this. I'm going to sit in this pain. I'm going to self-reflect. I'm going to realize and ask myself, why did I let this person get this over on me? Or why did I let this person treat me this way? You know what I mean? And of course, you guys, hear me clearly, right? We're never responsible for somebody else's actions, point blank, period. But a lot of times when it comes to these deep betrayals and these things that really hurt us, it's something that we have seen over and over again. It's something that we have forgave, right? Or even kind of just like overlooked, you know what I mean? So when it kind of hits the fan, it's not really like this is the first time, this person has treated us this way. But okay, so to me, forgiveness is feeling the pain, right? And that's something that's going to take some time to cultivate. But once I get at it, once I'm like in that space and I'm feeling the pain and I'm like growing from this, I'm self-reflecting, I'm healing. What I'm not about to do is act unbothered. You see what I mean? Because I'm honest about I'm honest with myself. I'm honest about my truth, right? And so I'm not going to act like I'm not bothered, right? And another thing I'm not going to do, because I know that I'm bothered and I know that this person wronged me and they had no business to do that. No, I'm kidding. But, this person wronged me. I'm not going to go around them. Let's say it again. I'm not going to go around them. I'm not going to entertain them. Because I am hurt. I'm hurt and I want to heal from this. And I'm not going to sit in this space with this person who continuously keeps stabbing me when I'm trying to heal and I'm trying to move forward with my life. You see, the thing about today's society is everybody's so egotistical. Everybody is like so robotic. It's almost like the technology has replaced us. And our emotions and the things that make us human in our life experiences that actually grow us and make us who we are, to the point where we don't even recognize, like, you got to process things and things take time. And so, you guys, if somebody has hurt you, stop acting like you're not bothered. Stop acting like you're not hurt, and stop going around that person so you can heal. Okay, you got nothing to prove. Like, hey, this is how I feel. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of closure. It's not for me to share these emotions with anybody, even though, we've all been in that space when we've done that. It's kind of like a waste of time. If I'm being honest with you, if you are somebody who is contemplating whether or not you should reach out to that person who hurt you, and I don't know what you're looking for, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's a waste of time. But, hey, we all got to go through it. So anyways, you guys, stay away from the person who hurt you. Okay. If this person has inflicted pain on you, if this person has intentionally hurt you, and like I said, be real about it. Like, you can be real. Like, there are people who do things intentionally to hurt you. Stop giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. Everybody does not have your best interest. Wake up, Susan. Okay. So look, you guys, forgiveness is moving through the pain, right? It's being honest about your feelings with yourself. Okay. You have nothing to prove to the other person. Stop going around people who hurt you. That's like literally getting free from Michael Myers and you keep going back to his house. That makes no sense. And then with time, you're going to transmute that energy and you're going to become a beautiful butterfly. So that was just my little take on forgiveness. I just want to let y'all know, like, and it's not, forgiveness is definitely not being in a space where you're holding on to the pain. So please hear me clearly. Okay, if you're still holding on to the pain, you have not forgave, right? And this is why I say it's so important that when somebody wrongs you, don't deny it. Because the thing is, you're holding on to that pain and you're in denial. And now you're carrying that baggage and that energy everywhere. And at this point, this person has got one over on you, because now look at you. You can't even live your life. Nobody wants to be around you. You got a bad attitude. You got a bad attitude, okay? You're full of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's be real. You just got a very negative mindset about a lot of things because you're holding on to this pain. Yes, they got one over on you. Absolutely. Look at your life. Who is it in your life that is getting one over on you? At every opportunity, at every door, at every chance you get to speak up and shine your light, because you're holding on to that pain. So stop pretending, feel the pain. You are bothered. Stop going around this person. It's okay to block people. Like, please stop with all of this ego. Like, it's okay to block people. It's okay to just say, nah, I don't mess with you. This ain't that. Okay. And then with time, it's like, I still don't mess with you, but I forgive you. I moved on with my life. And I think to me, that's forgiveness. That's healthy forgiveness. You know what I mean? But I'm never going to sit in a space and, first of all, be pretentious like this person ain't did what they did. But I'm never going to sit in a space and just pretend like, oh, everything's all jolly and I'm going to get drinks with this person every day. No, that is silly. You look ridiculous. And what are you trying to prove? You know what I mean? So, I hope that this makes sense. It was very repetitive because I wanted these lessons to kind of like penetrate. And this is my definition of what it means to actually be in a space of forgiveness and forgiving and forgetting. So I'm going to send my love and my peace to everybody out there who is healing. We are all in this journey, honey. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit ahead. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, crap, we back here again at square one. But hey, it's worth it. It's beautiful. And it takes time. So I'm going to leave everybody with their thoughts.